All right, this is my Sprint 2 recording for Engine 2. So this was a AABB collision. So in this demo scene, I have a frigate and a cottage. Very interesting. For the frigate, I'm setting the AABB, and then cottage, I'm also setting AABB just via the constructor. And if we go and run it, let me get to a good angle really quick. Whoa, sorry. Everything seems to be working, as you can see, and I also have the output down here, which is showing the collision. I also have the scaling working. Yeah, and then just to test, I also have, I'm going to make the cottage a B-sphere instead. I should have just made two, but whatever. And get to a good spot. Also working with B-sphere. And scaling is good as well. So yeah, all that is working fine. No leaks or anything. So yeah, basically you just have collision volume. Right here we have the intersect, accept, and visit. So for all of the volumes, you have to do all of those. So there's AABB and here's B-sphere. For AABB, for computing the data, this is what you call every frame, so you're finding the min and max points and setting those. Blah, blah, blah. And in terms of the pair command, or in terms of the testing commands, they're just generic collision volumes for both pair and self. So that's all good. In terms of math tools, my math tools have expanded quite a bit, so I have all these different things, and here are the descriptions of what they do, and everything seems to be working okay. And, you know, I'm using some in others, so yeah. I think that's all for that. Oh, I mean, Visualizer is working as well. I had to do some commands, so I have a command like a recycling system for the B-sphere commands and the AABB commands. And then the command pool has lists for both of those, so you can just grab those. And oh yeah, the other interesting thing was in the show AABB method, this is the matrix that you have to build to scale it. Anyway, this is boring. You know all of this. In terms of my personal project, I just kind of got everything into a good document. So I'm actually just going to go with a UI system for now and kind of scrap the like image parser kind of thing, because I realized that that's kind of, I don't know, it's not super, it would have to be like really elaborate for it to actually work well. So I just don't think I have the time to like make it good. Because the idea was like you can have a picture like this and it would make it work, but that would just be a little too complicated. So anyway, I'm just going to focus on making good UI system. So this just walks through kind of what I want to do and gives examples of the kind of things I would want. So the main thing is these 5 different UI elements: text blocks, buttons, progress bars, radio button collection, and up-down values. That's kind of my goal list. This is like an up-down value. I don't know what to call it, but it's like this collection of whatever. Yeah, and I was mapping out a like basic UML diagram for like how I would integrate this into our system and how I think it would work. Button is the only one I have right here, but basically these other UI elements would be different classes like here in the same level as button. So yeah, if you're interested in reading all that, it's kind of small. Yeah, I outline my goals more specifically, and then I have a week-by-week plan, at least until week 5, to kind of plan out how I'm going to prototype this stuff and start it working. And then for my game design doc, I first just lay out how the game is right now. Basically, I want to keep level 1 and 2 the same. I want to add level 3 that's like an outdoor level, just so I can have our terrain shown in there. But it should be pretty similar to level 1 and 2. My main goal for the game is to integrate the UI system to actually, you know, be in the game. So the main ways I'll do that is a start page. That's pretty simple. A level settings page. I was just going to do level 1 for now, and if I have time, settings for level 2 and 3. But basically, this will have a selector for the radio button and then the up-down value just to test those out in-game. And then this will be the overlay and HUD for all the levels, and it'll have the 2 progress bars and the text block and this button, the shield button. So it's just using all the UI stuff that I want to build and actually put it in the game. I get that it's a little dangerous to like rely on the UI stuff for the game, but I'm hoping that's okay and I can kind of merge the two. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have some of this stuff already in the game, but it's just not using any fancy UI, so just want to convert it over. And this is a week by week plan until like around week 6, because by then it's a little hard to plan. Yeah, so that is all I have for this sprint.